August 30th, 2021. Flying home from LAX. Howie and I are at LAX 3 hours early for our flight home because Howie freaks out at the thought of traffic and missing the flight. I walk into an airport, look at all the destinations, and wonder what it would be like to just randomly pick one and go. I am glad to be going home. I kept telling Howie we shouldn't make this trip for a number of reasons. LA has the highest COVID rates in the country. We sure didn't want to sit in a theater full of locals. Howie has a very hard time getting around, so travel is just a nightmare. And the media was ghosting the conservation game in solidarity with Jack Hanna, Dave Salmoni, and all the talk show hosts who were seemingly complicit in the abuse of big cats. We served no purpose in being here, but Howie had told Marshall Toplanski we were coming, and my guess is that was his primary motivation. I think he's feeling mortal and may think it was his last opportunity to talk about being teenagers together in person. I walked down to the end of State Road 66, at the end of the Santa Monica Pier in Palisades Park. I enjoy watching people, and there were street performers lining both sides of the well-worn pier. Their speakers, each blasting out the one next to them, led to the carnival-type feel, complete with Ferris wheel, roller coasters, cotton candy, and booth after booth selling things no one needs. I passed so many lost souls along the 5-block trek from the Courtyard Marriott to the beach. Most were extremely tanned, from living in a place with constant sun, rare clouds, and hardly any trees. The grassy areas of the park and all of the sidewalks were crowded with those who have no home. I wonder who feeds all these people. Maybe this is why California taxes are so high. They weren't begging for the most part, but there were so many who were clearly out of their minds, screaming at the gods and shaking fists in the air in anger that tourists would give them a wide berth, as wide as the narrow sidewalks allowed. Some would go up to cars, stopped at lights, presumably offering sex for money by their coquettish moves, but they were all so filthy and ragged I wondered how often they succeed. I also wondered why, with the Pacific Ocean pounding the shore nonstop, they were dirty. Seems like when you have nothing in this world except your body, you take care of it to the best of your ability, but obviously I've been off the streets for a while. Maybe the filth was a form of self-preservation against rape. I had been shocked by the level of homelessness in Los Angeles and Hollywood, but I had mistakenly thought that places like Santa Monica would be too highbrow to allow it. I was wrong. Mansions sat right on the beach and yet were covered in graffiti, as if residents had long ago decided there was no use in repainting over and over. Why do ugly people insist of making everything ugly around them? I thought of what the Lowe's did to the GW Zoo. TMZ decided it was newsworthy to mention the GW Zoo sold 2 months ago now. So Howie and I have been, and still are, fielding all of the lemmings, including ABC, Yahoo News, KXII, and The Sun UK, who all just love to yammer on about anything that has to do with Tiger King. I seem to have lost my driver's license somewhere after going through TSA and LAX. If you're enjoying my diary, please like, share, and subscribe. You can find other ways to connect to me over at bigcatrescue.org/Carole.Baskin.